All right, quick message here. Okay, I got this message in meditation this morning. It just came out in the cards as well. So essentially, you guys are being asked to unplug from mass consciousness. And the reason is because it's literally a shit show. I mean, if you watch the news or any social media, and I've been involved in the undercurrents of society for a long time. I've been watching this for a really long time, like over 20 years. And I've been connected to it psychically, spiritually, and what's going on now is it's like gaslighting campaign. The people that are and that's always been the case. The people that are actually the criminals, the bad guys, the distorted ones, they're taking essentially those that are really empathetic, open, loving, and they're distorting the heart field. They're injecting, a lot of this is unintentional too. It's just people trying to get clout and be seen and heard and make money. They're distorted intentions, but they're pulling people in the wrong direction for the wrong reasons, which is completely distorting people's paths, okay? So I'm not going to define what is right versus not right here, but if you are not coherent in your mind and your heart, both, you will either get pulled too far to the left or too far to the right, okay? The middle road is the most accurate road, okay? It is where the most truth is, where you can find what's actually going on, etc. But what's being advised today is to take yourself out of the field completely. Stop trying to engage in mass consciousness, okay? If you need to take a break from social media, do that. People need to recenter, okay? There's false enthusiasm here, which means you're being distorted by ego pulls and or emotional manipulation and or mental manipulation. You can be manipulated through overthinking, over-rationalizing, and you can be manipulated through the heart field, okay? Where people over-justify, where there's not enough compassion in the heart field. So the heart is essentially the divine feminine, the mind is the divine masculine, okay? The mind is the right, the heart is the left, okay? You bring those together, then you have alignment, okay? So it doesn't really matter where you're at. There's an issue here with over enthusiasm. Okay, so the lines here: right timing unlocks divine rhythm, wait for internal resonance, pull yourself out of the field, come into harmonic within yourself and resonance within yourself. Okay, collective alignment generates movement, let shared joy build the field. So we're not looking at anger or haze, we're looking at true elevated emotional fields, okay? Not out of distortions. Where is the energy? Is it elevating? Is it depressing? Okay. So if you look at anger, frustration, rage, those things are important, but you can feel a collective energy based on your heart field. And if the collective energy in general is rising into liberation, freedom, enthusiasm, empowerment, within themselves and the collective, that's a positive movement. If it's coming into anger, resistance, pushing back, that is a negatively polarized movement, okay? Hard to define. Last one here is inflated excitement leads to distortion. Stay steady, don't let joy become mania, okay? So there is two extremes there, okay? And that's what I just went into. So before engaging in anything, realign with yourself, and then get your field clear, come into coherence, find the middle ground. Once you find the middle ground, it'll be easier to engage. But right now you're being asked not to engage. Hold your center. This is Max. He's being bratty. Okay. Hold your center, youthful folly. So you don't want to get into taking actions that are not in alignment with your highest path. down the road, your higher levels of consciousness, your integrity, your coherence, etc. Okay, so hold your center. Don't get pulled out into these streams of chaos. Is literally what I just heard. They're streams of chaos pulling people on sideways or downward paths that will make your life more complicated, and it will make this transition more complicated. Okay, so then we have spiritual decree, the creative. So now we move into your role here with everything that's going on. Okay, so spiritual decree isn't just a belief, it's actually accessing spiritual power from the pure primal source fields, and moving into orbs of light and marrying maiden. So what they're asking you to do is define within yourself what kind of reality you want to live in. Feel what that feels like. So you can use manifestation techniques, you can use healing techniques, work on energy alignment. Because the creative here, this is pure yang energy. It's a pure divine masculine. It's your creative force. Okay, that is what they're asking you to step into. Make your spiritual decree from your divine masculine energy. Take that control back, choose what it is, what kind of life and reality you want to live in, and decree that. Okay, this happens at an energetic level, so I'm actually going to look at holding your center. So we have youthful folly moving into moving into 1, and we have almost all these lines are changing. So seeker resist guidance, rejection of mentorship. So there's a need to be non-resistant because this is like an ego fear of being corrected. So there's a need to soften and receive. Beginner's humility yields genuine growth. So this is the next phase, perfect moment to receive soul teaching. So if you learn from the fear of this ego correction, this is the issue that people are getting into, is they don't want to be wrong. They want to be right, and they're so forceful about their correctness and their actions that they're actually creating problems for themselves and the collective. Then deeper maturity forms, ready to hold sacred instruction, initiate accepts inner discipline. So from there, realizing that humility and being like, gosh, maybe I was wrong, will help you to step into a deeper maturity and inner discipline and be able to start working with divine, okay, at a higher level. Then we have master teacher emerges within, embodying your wisdom. Don't just seek it. And that's when we move into the spiritual decree. So there needs to be this movement through the youthful folly before you can step into the spiritual decree. If you take the action from the youthful energy, it's not going to hold because it's distorted. Okay, so you have to move through that first. Then you make your spiritual decree. After you do your spiritual decree, once you're aligned and harmonized, and you know that it's coming from source and the divine and the higher functioning light body structures, the higher functioning timeline, your highest path, your higher self, then we get into submission, okay? And submission is important because to allow this new reality to come in, you're not actually in control. Your ego is not in control. There's a higher power at play here. You get to say, this is what I'm claiming. This is what the reality I'm claiming, where I'm moving, and what I'm choosing to experience. And then you let go and you let the divine take over, okay? So I'm running out of time here. Essentially, that's the message, okay? Alignment, spiritual decree, release, and let go, okay? There's too many lines here to get into this really quickly. So 3, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this. Okay, well, that's it. So hopefully that was helpful, and we'll get into more later.